Welcome to Coffee and Candor. This is Chris.
Ross.
Brandy.
Amber.
All right. So today we are talking about we got a bunch of stuff to talk about because people are stupid, and that just gives us endless hateful and stupid. Yep. And that just gives us endless fucking material.
Yeah, you know what? I wish we'd ran out of shit to talk about.
I really do.
The world would be better for
when we could just go back to making funny shit, not
it's September, right? Next month we need to get into like ghost stories.
Yeah, I was thinking on the way over here. I miss our like whodunits and our spooky shit. Yeah. That's where my heart lies.
But Chris doesn't like it.
It is September, and at the end of the month, somebody needs to wake up that fucking guy from Green Day. So, somebody, you gotta wake him up.
September ends.
Yeah.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
It's not funny if I have to explain it.
Well, I forgot. Sorry.
So, all right. So
I keep track of what every goofy celebrity is doing this week.
Well, that was a song released in like fucking 2000, but okay. All right. So before we get started, I just want to put a big please out here to the world. Stop doing dumb shit so we can go back to making funny podcasts.
Stop being hateful to everybody.
Because this goddamn heavy shit's getting annoying.
Well, here's my beef of the week.
Okay.
If you want people to fucking respect your point of view, respect theirs. I'm not saying you have to like validate it and go, you know, you're right. But just go, oh, it did? I don't understand how hard that is. Like, I don't understand why people want to fight all the time. I don't have the mental energy for it.
See, here's the thing. Well, there's two things. One, you need to pull that microphone closer to you, and preferably put this thing on.
Oh yeah. Shit!
Yeah, so
I always forget that thing.
Yeah, that's a pop filter, and thank you. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Get some ASMR.
Yeah. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
There's two things.
All right. Well, that was one.
Oh, look at Colette. Oh. That kid is seriously fucking cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's funny as shit too.
He has to be in that family.
But the other thing is people don't want to discuss anything anymore. They just want to hear themselves talk, and then at the end go either you're a racist because I can't win an argument, or yay, I won. Nobody wants to fucking listen to another point of view, because if you have a differing point of view from me, you are clearly an idiot. That shit's getting fucking old.
Yeah.
Real quick.
I'm tired of ugly.
And here's what people don't understand with that. When we remove the ability to settle differences verbally, there's only one option left, and that's violence. So it's really important that we be able to resolve differences verbally and listen to other points of view, because not most people don't want to have to get violent. So anyway, speaking of violence, what was that, yesterday?
Was it yesterday?
Yesterday or day before, 2 Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies were ambushed in their vehicle.
Yeah, it was yesterday.
They were sitting there, some random fucking guy, some coward-ass guy, walked up and shot them through their window. So if that wasn't bad enough...
2 officers.
Yeah, 2 officers. Or two
and when you
deputies.
Shoot, it's not just them, it's their families. You know, like, how many lives did those bullets actually destroy?
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say whoever had that gun probably wasn't legally able to have it anyway. But that's just a guess. But if that was not bad enough, the ambulance got there, EMTs got them loaded up in the ambulance. They're going to, I can't remember which hospital it was, but it was one of the hospitals, one of the ERs in Los Angeles. And BLM blocked the entrance to the ER.
St. Francis Medical Center in Linwood, California.
Okay, St. Francis Medical Center in Linwood, California. BLM blocked the entrance to the ER and was chanting, "We hope they die."
All right, here's what I'm going to say.
Well, hold on. If you do that, don't get mad when people shoot you because you're starting shit.
If you're, I said it before, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to say it every time some hateful, god-awful, dumb shit comes up. If your beliefs, I don't care if they're political, I don't care if they're religious, I don't care if they're just ideological, I don't give a shit. If your beliefs require that you say or feel, I hope they die, you're a shit person.
Yep.
Well, and like Brandy was saying, it doesn't just affect those officers that were shot. One of them was a 31-year-old mother of a 6-year-old boy.
Oh my God, that makes sense.
And wife. The other one was a 24-year-old man.
They have families.
Who wasn't married, but his girlfriend and his parents both came to the hospital when they heard
and they
about
had
it.
to hear that bullshit about the person
Trying to get
that they're
into the
losing.
hospital.
And let me tell you what, if I was the ambulance driver, I wouldn't have even slowed down when I saw those assholes.
It's just...
I'd be like, you know what, you're going to block the entrance to an ER. This is an emergency situation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to run your ass over, and you just be thankful you're already at the hospital.
Well, and that's like, if you've got officers in the hospital and they're being operated on and these idiots show up, tear gas the shit out of them some bitches. Get your head out of your ass. Quit blocking a damn medical center.
Yep.
They're trying, I don't know if it's California or somewhere
I know,
else.
block them from using tear gas.
Yeah.
Well, I got news for you.
But what are we going to do? Use our words to tell them to
No,
leave?
I'm going to use the diesel engine in that motherfucking ambulance.
Yeah.
I think if you try to stop someone from receiving medical aid or disrupt the operations of life-saving or, health-saving, I think that should be treated like a hate crime. I think
it absolutely should.
Absolutely.
With the level of severity that we look at hate crimes with, because how despicable.
Well, and
I don't even have words for how awful that is.
if either one of those officers die, every one of those cocksuckers needs to be charged with accessory to murder.
Do we know if they died?
No, they're
I think
still
they're in critical condition.
in critical condition. They're being operated on. They're in critical condition.
It's so sad.
Was the last time.
And then, like I said, just imagine. This is the thing that bothers me. Like, this was the worst day of all these people's lives.
Oh, yeah.
So then they go to the hospital. They're already, every nerve is frayed. Every emotion is heightened. And then you see this, like... That's how people freak out and drive cars into crowds and shit.
And then they probably won't even let them into the hospital because of COVID.
Right. So,
and
I
the
just don't
sheriff, like the
understand why
sheriff
people
said,
can't be kind. I don't understand.
the sheriff was making a statement. He said, I just swore both of these officers in like 14 months ago.
Oh,
he said
so they were new?
They had pulled up, and apparently they were fairly near the sheriff's substation.
Okay.
But they were at the train station. And they were about to go and just, patrol the train station area just to protect people using the train. But said they weren't hassling anybody. They literally just pulled up in their vehicle and were getting all their stuff ready. And this person rolled up beside them on foot and shot both of them and then ran off on foot.
They were doing their job.
Yeah, and some fucking punk coward walked up and shot him.
Yep.
And like... Yeah, I don't know if we've ever discussed this on the podcast. Who can remember all the bullshit we said?
132 episodes, I think, is what we're up to.
But, it wasn't that long ago. Austin's main goal in life was to be a police officer. And I am so grateful that Taylor said, you're a father now. Do you really want to do that? You have a deeper responsibility to Mason. Because in this climate... I would be terrified.
I wouldn't. I don't understand how anyone would be. You know what?
That's what I'm saying. I don't see how there's any cops left.
And it's not
I'm
just
surprised
cops
they haven't
either.
all
It's
left.
EMTs, firefighters.
Well, but here's what all these assholes need to remember. If the cops are gone, that means there's nobody protecting them from all of us that are tired of their bullshit either.
Well, and I just want to point this out. I was just reading this article about the whole thing. Thank you to the mayor of Compton, Asia Brown, who posted a statement on Instagram saying, I am devastated to learn of this tragedy that occurred in our city tonight. Both deputies and their families will remain in our prayers. And the reason I'm saying thank you is because there's been a hell of a lot of our leaders in local,
that have
state,
thrown their
county
fucking
government
law enforcement
that have
under the
used
bus.
their position to just shoot their mouth off. So, thank you to Mayor Brown.
Yeah,
of
definitely.
Compton.
If you can't be kind, be quiet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the shit's getting out of control. It really is.
I don't think it's getting out of control. I think it's God.
Well, yeah.
I think that ship has sailed.
Yeah, these mayors and these governors have let this shit go on and not done anything about it, and now they've created a monster and they can't control the monster. You know, so
It's just,
I guess we'll see.
I don't know. It's a scary. It's a scary time.
That was you talking about created a monster. I was listening to a Joe Rogan.
Nobody wants to hear Marshall anymore. It's just shady.
Okay. Wow. I was listening
what's
to
going
a
through
Joe
my mind
Rogan
constantly.
podcast the other day, and he had this guy on there. I think it was Brett Weinstein, something like that. And apparently, I don't know exactly who this guy is. But
No, it's Harvey's brother.
he's definitely not.
might be.
He testified before Congress the other day about some of this stuff.
Okay.
It was interesting. He was talking about this whole movement right now, and he was saying it's very scary to him because he said there's not a clear leader of any of this. He said this thing has gotten rolling like a steamroller, and there's nobody driving it.
Nobody driving it.
Yeah, and nobody. And here's the thing, you know, the original Black Lives Matter. There are 3 women that started it.
Yeah.
So there are very clear leaders.
Well, but he's talking at this point. Nobody's standing up and driving this train. You know.
I understand. The problem is they've let it get hijacked, and there's no way to say this without someone hating on me. So just fucking, you know, send us a message and you can hate on me. I don't care. But there's a difference between believing that Black Lives Matter and supporting the Black Lives Matter organization, because the organization itself is a political one, and they have let this thing develop into something totally different, and it's a monster, and they thought they could control it, and they fucking can't. And that's obvious with, like, who was it, the Portland mayor? They showed up at his $800,000 condo, and the next day he was like, oh shit, I'm moving. Yeah, after he let all that bullshit go on, and he was like, "Oh, we'll just let them have their time."
Yeah, if I just let them do it, they won't come after me.
Yeah, and they came after him anyway because, you know, it's like the fucking the parable of the, what is it, the frog and the scorpion, and the scorpion gets on the frog's back.
Why
and
are you
why did you sting me?
acting like a scorpion.
Yeah, why did you sting me? That's my nature. I'm a scorpion.
That's what I am.
Well, you create the monster. You can't control it because you created a monster. So, you know, whatever, as long as it stays over there. Anyway,
it won't.
I don't know, there's a lot of us that really don't want to have to deal with it. So
I'm sure there's a lot of people there that don't want to deal with it.
And a lot of people are moving too. Was it New York, I think, they lost a significant portion of their population this year.
Really?
Like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of middle and upper tax bracket taxpayers said, fuck you, and left.
Well, don't come down south.
I think they are. Actually, I think a lot of them moved to Florida.
Go away.
Which
Florida's not really the south.
All right, Magellan. Yes, it is. It's in the south.
It's in the south.
It's
but
in the south. It is not
southern. Well, no, it's not southern. That's for sure. But it is in the south.
Those are 2 different things.
Yeah, no, you're right. Somebody said that to me one time. I was like, yeah, Columbus. I can read a map. I know where it's at. Anyway, so you said there was another thing that's not on the list that you want to talk about. California
wildfires.
Okay, which ones, in California or in Oregon? Because apparently they're
It's
there
all
now
one
too.
big.
Shitstorm.
I read a thing yesterday that the fire north of Sacramento has now become the largest wildfire in California history.
Oh, good.
Oh my God!
Be number
Talk
one at
about
something.
cause for divorce, Ross. Tell him about the thing you were telling me about at bedtime last night. About the should I just leave her now or?
Oh yeah! Oh Lord! I don't know if this was on one of the T groups or what.
I think it was Am I the Asshole?
Am I the Asshole? Maybe this guy was posting this, and he said they're from California.
Okay.
They got the evacuation notice.
Yep.
That they should
evacuate,
pack what they need, and get the hell out. Right.
Yep.
So he's thinking, well, I got to get home and
The